Morning, saints. Morning. First and foremost, as always, I want to give a shout out to the Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christ. He's the Lord of my life. Shout out to YouTube for another opportunity to share. It's around, what time is it? Oh, boy. 5:13 in the morning, NYC. Good morning, everyone. Shout out to all my hard workers that's working overnight, all the workers, truck drivers that's working right now, all the people on their way to work. It's a little rainy out here. So please, everyone, when it's raining, drive with caution. If you're running late, don't speed. Don't put yourself in a position, once again, to die before your time. And stay prayed up, man. Grandmother taught us, shout out to her, Barbara McNair, always pray for traveling mercies, because accidents do happen. That's why they call accidents. Anyway, quick video, right? I had to go to a funeral service for one of the pastors yesterday. Shout out to him, Apostle King. He lost his son, one of his sons, tragically 2 weeks ago, hit and run. And it's very devastating to lose a child, very devastating death in general. Very devastating how he died. Young man. Bright future, everything ahead of him. But one thing I noticed, right, like I said in the video before, I think last week, is that, and I'm saying that to say this, is that I went to a lot of churches my whole life, family's Christian-based background. And I know we have a lot of different denominations, a lot of different non-denominational churches. I know we have a lot of different beliefs when it comes to that Bible. My views are totally different, of course. I believe everything that's in the Bible, but I also believe in the books that were taken out, which I gravitate to now. That increased my faith even more. But I know we, always gonna have doctrine issues. I don't even wrestle with that no more. People are going to believe what they want to believe. I'll just stick to the core values of what we do, all I believe we agree on. But one of the things I noticed, in this journey, this Christian journey of mine and everything, even in the midst of death, people are still prideful. And I'm not talking out to those non-believers who haven't converted yet or probably never will convert, They just want to live the way they want to live and sin, and it's their life, it's their choice. But I'm talking about believers. What was amazing is that, I believe what the scriptures say in 1 John 4. Test the spirits to see if they belong to the Father. You're referring to the spirits of the Antichrist. And I notice not everyone in my Christian walk, through my experience, I have the best relationship with. Some people I was cool with for 20 years, 30 years, real close, best friends and all. Like Nas says, best friends become strangers. And tested people yesterday and said, you know what, let me see if this person, because I know how I am. You're not going to change how I am because of how you change who you are. I'm still going to be the same caring, loving, forgiving, compassionate, merciful person no matter what you've done to me, because that's just my religious belief. That's the standard that I'm called to. So, okay, light went off. I said, let me test to see if individuals will address me, knowing that they haven't seen me in a while. Some did. Sometimes what I notice in my walk is that some people who have wronged me and they don't see me in a long time, they be quick to make amends, which is good. They be quick to apologize. They be quick to, especially in the moment of death, when a funeral or something comes, or a close one, or someone local that they know passed away, and they see me, the guilt comes on them. Because they know they wronged me, but they know that then they take death and life seriously. Let me tell y'all something. Shout out to all my subscribers, all my viewers that take time to watch this video. Me, I don't play when it comes to death. I take that very seriously. I am one who knows that tomorrow is not promised. Time is not promised. I am one who believes I'm on borrowed time as it is by the grace of the Father. You know? And I say that to say this. Those people who they humble themselves. Because they know at the end of the day, I might not see him again. Let me make peace just in case. This is the last time I see him. It might be his time to go, or it might be my time coming. Who knows? And I always encourage him or her, whoever has wronged me in that aspect, or whatever disagreement we may have. Because people that love one another, they're going to disagree. We fight. We're human beings. I always show grace and mercy in that aspect because I believe he's that way to me. But it's funny always, too. Some people, their hearts will harden, you know, meaning be callous. Or, number one, which I did in the video prior, a while ago, months ago, pride. Pride is the root to all sin. Certain people, because of their pride, they won't humble themselves. Because of their pride, you know. But I'm one, you know, and I already have my stuff planned out, instructed, what's going to go down and everything as I transition at one point, you know. But one thing I don't like, you know, I don't want for me when I transition, I don't like fake love. I don't like, you know, I already instructed certain people. People can say what they want in the midst of I'm not here. Yo, that was my dude. That was my guy. I loved him. You know? If you're not in my immediate circle in life now, whether family or friends, don't say all that in the midst of me transitioning. I forgive people. That's not an issue. But then it's not real. You're just saying it to make yourself look good in front of those who are mourning. Those who want to, you know, I guess hear your testimony, your story. I want everyone to keep it buck. Like, yo, we was cool. We fell out. We wasn't cool. And I wish we could have made amends. Say that. But I take death, like I said, in life so serious. And I say that to say this in closing. We got to make every effort as human beings to make peace with one another. Because death is inevitable. You know, and I'm addressing all human beings, but I want to address the group that I'm a part of, black people. You know what? Us as black people and us as this human beings in general, right? We all sin, or we all have shortcomings, we all have flaws and wrongs that we do. But we have to show more grace, more mercy, more compassion for one another, more tolerance, more forgiveness. It's always easy because, trust me, I used to be a sin sheriff. It's always easy to see somebody else's flaws or point out their own flaws, instead of focusing on your flaws. And then it's always easy to see their flaws and to ridicule and challenge. I think a lot of times we hold each other to perfection. We're human beings. You know, one of the things, and shout out to the Honorable One, you know, and shout out to Apostle King with this too. One of the things they taught was that, you know what, I give a person 30 years because the Lord gave me 30 years. Say that to say this is that everybody's development and maturity is different. But if you have developed, you have matured, always be the bigger person. Don't worry if the other person ain't going to be the bigger person. You always be the bigger person. But always guard your heart too, because I had to pray before going down there. You know, those people I was very close with, you know, the part of that fellowship over there, and we got the power. And I still consider myself a part of it, even though I don't go there no more. I may visit from time to time, but I'm not full-time like I was before, you know, because of disagreements and stuff we've had in the past. And that's fine. They still my brothers and sisters. I still love each and every one of them in that regard. Shout out to them. You know, I have gotten to another level of maturity in my growth and development with Christ without the brothers and sisters over there. I will say that. You know. But I had to learn from this situation where certain people saw me. They just totally shunned me and everything. And I know they saw me. Maybe because they not used to seeing me with the bald head, no mustache and everything. Or maybe they saw me when I put my glasses on, looking like Pac or Nas in that aspect. Maybe they saw that and it threw them off. Who knows? But I say this to say this, people. Again, we have to be more gracious, more merciful, more compassion one another. Why? We don't know how much time we have here. You know? I believe most people are going to die before their time. Hopefully I won't myself. But amiss if I do. I just want to let each and every one of you know. It's nothing but love. You know? I've done everything I've done in this life that is good. I've done a lot of wrong. Based on the heart that the Father has given me. You know? The compassion, the love, the grace, the mercy, the forgiveness, the consideration, you know, the giving that I do. It's all rooted in Him. This is how He made me, and this is my character. And I won't change or alter that for no one, no matter what wrongs I've been through. And I had to learn too, you know, some say the greater capacity to love, the greater capacity to hate. I don't have no hate in my heart. I think for me, the greater capacity to love is the greater capacity to be heard. Solomon says this, and I will say this in closing. With much wisdom come much grief. Yeah, it's raining crazy out here, y'all. Please be careful with traveling. With much wisdom come much grief. Once you get the wisdom from the Father, because I pondered on that. Why did He say that? Once you see what it is, the truth unveils to what it is. Are you going to be thrilled about it? You know? So, everyone have a great weekend on this Chris Pratt Fridays. Rest in peace to him. Shout out to his moms, his son Elijah, and the rest of the family. I'm just got some eye allergies, whatever. And please, brothers and sisters, keep each other in prayer. Sometimes, in the midst, I've learned too, is that sometimes people want to talk. Sometimes it's just not their pride. Sometimes in the moment, they can't say anything for whatever reason. Majority of times, sometimes it be pride. Because if you look at their actions, not just the actions, but if you look at their facial expressions, you can tell if a person's heart is hard towards you. You can tell if they want to talk to you, but they don't know how to approach you. Or you can tell if they just broken behind all the things they've done to you by observation. So I'm a little tired. I'm about to take me a little nap, get my day started. So once again, brothers and sisters, have a great weekend. Stay prayed up. Jesus bless each and every one of you. But please, take heart to what I'm saying. Let's make sure those of you who are mature that's watching this, I don't care if a person haven't talked to you, a person wronged you. You make peace. Do what you can to make peace. So you can end the war. If not, stay prayed up about this person. Alright? Everyone, love you all. Click, subscribe, more content coming soon. Jesus bless.